Hi guys. So today we're doing something a little different. Let me get in the light. um, so I did like a thrift store run earlier today, and I got like a bunch of Barbies. I do customizing every so often. I'm trying to learn to get better at faces. Uh, so today, I figure we can chat things up and I can work on some faces. I currently have two outside drying from their dull coat. This is Model Master. I don't recommend it. It's good for practicing. But if you're gonna do some really good stuff, where's my good stuff? You want this stuff, Mr. Super Clear. It's a Japanese import, though I think you can get it at Hobby Lobby in places now, so it's a lot easier to import. Not sure for how much longer, but but yeah. So this is the real stuff you want to use. So today we are going to be using some of this on some of the new faces that I have. These other faces that I have out here, I've already worked on some. Today we're working on these two. Um, they are both called the Millie sculpt. Um, Millie is the typical sculpt that they used for Barbies. There are many sculpts. I never realized this until I got into doing this customizing stuff. Um, but yeah, so customizing. Uh, as you can see, they have faces on them. This is one where I want to try and keep her hair, so that's what I've done is I've blocked their hair off so that the spray doesn't get to them. But what I need to do first is get rid of the faces. The factory face paint is what it is. I have a mess around me because that is the only way that I actually work is with a giant freaking mess around me. Here, I can let me move my camera. I can show you the absolute mess that I have full of stuff that I do. So, yeah. Um so let's get my camera to focus. Focus camera. Focus. There we go. Um so to start off, obviously, to get rid of the faces, what we're doing is we are taking. Some people use acetone. Other people use rubbing alcohol. I don't know why it keeps on freezing. I think that's just something that my laptop does. I need to fix that. Anyway, I apologize for that. Here, I forgot to get my Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. This is what I use. I use this for both Barbies. I use this for my resin dolls. I use this for my action figures. I use it for everything. Um, it's it works to use 90% rubbing alcohol. It does work. Uh, you're going to be scrubbing a lot though. So, for the purpose of being quick, I'm going to be using nail polish remover. Some people use acetone with it, or some people just use pure acetone. I don't. I just, typical, you know, nail polish remover. But what I do is I tear off a piece so that I don't waste the entire thing. And then just a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit. Because you don't need a lot. Mr. Super Clear, not Mr. Clear, Magic Eraser is an abrasive surface. So, basically, it's easy to get rid of them. So we're on our blonde right now, so let's wipe this off. And it comes like right off. What you have to be careful though is make sure that you have it all off. Because some places they're harder to get out. So it's easier to just like bend, like squeeze the face, squeeze it, squeeze it to get into all those nooks and crannies. That way you don't have to scratch things off and make sure you get all the dirt off. And ta-da, she's all clean. That's only one. We're doing two. So we're gonna do this one. This is the important one. This is the one I want to keep. That one's just basically another practice one. But this is the one I want to keep. This is the one I want on my body that I thrifted today. So we're gonna get rid of her mark. What on earth is that? I don't know what that is. Well, she might have to have a birthmark because there's something that I didn't notice that she had. I think it was hidden underneath her eyebrow. Which is fine. You gotta think of quirky things like that sometimes because when you're thrifting dolls, you know, they're used, they're loved. They're sometimes like very loved. And sometimes there are stains. Um, Sometimes you can get rid of those stains with what is it? Zit cream, actually. Zit cream and sunlight. That's you know, uh that's how to do it. But for her, sorry, my one of my things is coming out. There we go. I think she might look cute with a little birthmark. We'll give her a little birthmark, a little couple of things like that. Sometimes you get in the corners of the mouths. Um, it Things get like paint gets a little bit stuck, so you can actually scratch that off sometimes with an X-Acto knife. Be careful. I have stabbed myself a number of times with X-Acto knife. Um, Let me see. I see there's someone chatting. I don't know why it's not. Let me see. Filter. It should be coming up here. That's weird. Hang on and I can get that set up. Because for some reason it's not doing that. So let me open up YouTube and go and open up my chat so I can see a bit better. Let me see. View my channel. Hit this. Hello, Gloves. I don't know why you were asking weird questions like that, but you know, I don't usually work with gloves. Sorry to say. Gloves are not my thing. It just isn't. But this way now I can actually see what's going on. I'll have to fix what's going on in my chat. Um so but anyway, well, we have her clean. She's all nice and clean now. Let me cover up the X-Acto knife so that I don't stab myself again. Uh, it just happens. Don't ask uh exactly what, how, it just happens. All right. So we have these two. We have her, and then she's got nothing on her. She had something on her before, but I took it off so that I could practice. But let's do this with these millies. See, I have a nice little thing. Ooh. And I'm doing it to where I don't have to go anywhere. If the pollen wasn't so bad, I probably would be outside. But the pollen is always terrible in the springtime. Plus, you want to do things ventilated. I don't, you know, don't listen to me. Well, I mean, no, I mean, listen to me, don't do what I do. This is probably too close, but. Alright. We're gonna let that dry. And let's see our two ones up here. So she's actually ready for paint. She needs a bit of art on her. There we go. So to start off, see, we have our blank face. She is not a Millie. She is an older Sculpt. She is an older Barbie. I took from my my mix. I don't have a stamp on here, so I don't know where she's from. But anyway, what you do is you have watercolor pencils. Watercolor pencils are basically very much what you're looking for. And you just draw very lightly on the doll's face. I'm doing eyebrows at the moment. Eyebrows can be very difficult because you try to get them to look alike and match them as much as you can. But remember, eyebrows are both sisters, they're not twins. That, and I don't think the spray did very good this time around. This is a big reason why I usually use the Mr. Super Clear. It's better, but it's also more expensive. But it has more of a tooth to it. That's basically what I use and why I use it. So these colored pencils, by the way, these are Statler, but I also have, that's what these are, Statler. And then I also have Prismacolor colored pencils. They're watercolor pencils. But this doll actually has a defined outline to her eye. So she's actually easy to do. I don't know why she's being so resistant with my watercolor pencils. Oh, it's weird. I might not have gotten a good grain on, or a good spray, I should say. Because yeah, she did not turn out well. So you see how she's got a bit of a face? Oh, let's see if it'll focus. Focus. There it is. See how I've drawn. My nails are a mess. I apologize, they're dirty. I appreciate you staying and watching. I don't do gloves. I've never really I can't I'm not a glove person. Whether it's, nitrile or whatever. Because I like to feel the tactile um, you know. But I'm just not a glove person. Just never really have been. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a little bit of a line where her eye hood basically is. She's got really hooded eyes. A lot of the older Barbies actually have hooded eyes. And then what I'm gonna do is we're gonna give her a bit of a side eye. So I'm gonna try and yeah, it's not bad. Oh, that's right. All right, let's open up my Prismacolors. Let's see. Let's do some orange for the lip. I know it's at least for now. She really does not have any tooth on her. Ugh. She's not bad. Mouth isn't too bad. All right, and then I have peach. So I'm gonna use a little bit of peach and do the eyelid. Let's see if it'll go. No, not really. No, it's blending a little. Blending the brown a little. She might be one I have to try later. Alright, let's check the other ones. Here we go. Okay. Get off. You too. Okay. So we're going to do the same that we've been doing. We're going to draw. For some reason, the Stapler browns are a little bit better than the Prismacolor, which is really odd. But I'm going to work with the Prismacolor real quick. Oh yeah, Mr. Super Clear is nice. We have a nice tooth to it, and the color's coming right on it. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. All right. Okay. Oh, this is lovely. And like I said, remember they are sisters. They are not twins, so they don't always have to look the same on each side, just a little bit. And look how nice that goes on. I'm so excited. And then where is it? Sometimes you get Q-tips and you can soften if you think it's looking a little harsh, you can soften it. Okay. Gonna do a little bit here in the nostrils so it gives her some depth. Yeah. Okay. Now's the hard part. It's the eyes. Get off. Piece of dust. And it won't get off. It might be stuck there actually. Okay. We're gonna give her a high sloping eye. Alright. And then we're gonna be really careful. And we have some eyes. And as you go, you build it up. We're gonna give her a light eye hood. All right. Because again, let's do a side eye. Kind of want to do a side eye. And so we make the iris. All right. That pupil is going to be bigger. Yeah. Get it just a little bigger. Let me see. Let's see. Come on. I'm trying to get it to focus. Focus. If I get it closer, it does not want to play ball with me. Figures. Alright. That was a Prismacolor. So I'm going to take a light pink. And I'm going to do her lip with this light pink. This is a little harder to do because sometimes the tooth doesn't really get in there when it comes to Mr. Super Clear. There a little bit. Alright. And then she has bottom lip. I kind of want to give her like a little bit of a gap to her teeth. So I'm gonna do that a little bit. It's a little gap. Then I'm gonna get the white. I'm gonna color in. See, I've got. I think I got some like other pencil on my white. Okay, this is really cute. I actually really think it's adorable. This little tooth gap. Alright, and we're also going to do the whites of the eyes with our white pencil. Alright, I'm going to do it to this side now. Okay. Alright. So we have some teeth starting out. We also have some French gray, which is kind of very like Yeah. I'm going to work with Peach a little bit first. Mm-hmm. All right. It's good to have your colors. All right. So we're also going to take our white. Oh, those are my statlers. Statler, whatever. Gonna add some French gray to her eyelid. And then some white. We want to do some highlight. So that goes to on the upper part of her eye, underneath the eyebrow. And that's where you have a lot of highlight. In the middle of the eyelid, another spot. All right, where's my, yeah, we're gonna soften this a little. All right, I'm gonna do some white underneath the eye. This adds some definition. And to the inside of the eye. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit to the tip of the nose. Add a little bit more. We're gonna give her a wider bridge. Okay. All right, and we want to add a little bit of contour. So that I think I'm going to use. Where's my that gray? There, that there. Um, let's see. Don't want to use something too dark. Don't want to use red. All right, so we're gonna pull out my pan pastels. This is another thing that you work with when it comes to these. Yeah, pan pastels. Or just regular pastels like this. These are really cheap. I don't know where my really nice ones are. I might have to go and get more nice ones. But we'll find out. But in the meantime, pan pastels are some of the best pastels that you can get, especially for doing this. Um, so I'm trying to see what colors. I don't want to use my really, really dark one. We have some light peach. Let me see. And that's blue. We don't want her looking too yellow. She'll end up looking jaundiced. Well, let me see if I can do this. If this will turn out. Alright. What did I do with that? Did I throw it? Yeah, no, I don't think this is it. Oh, there it is. I use paint brushes to apply. But we don't want to apply a lot. We just want enough for contouring. To add just a little bit of depth. We're being very careful right here. And we try and blend it. We're going to use a smaller one. Alright. Where's that other one? There it is. Alright, so now the other eye. She just looks very tired. She looks like she's been up all night studying for her thesis or something. Alright. So let's see if I can get it. Come on, focus. Focus more. It's not gonna focus, and it's driving me crazy. Anyway, you can kind of see it. There we go. You can see it a little bit better that way. But yeah, so far. Ooh. I apologize. My nose is running like crazy. Okay. So I'm also going to use this. And I'm going to use my really crappy pastels that are right here. I'm going to give her some pink. Which doesn't really want to show up. I mean, it does. But it's a pain in the butt. But it's like we don't want it too much blush, you know? It's not bad. I need to find my better ones or just go get new ones. I was debating doing that today, but I kind of wanted to get home after going to the thrift store. And you ask, why am I not using pan pastels? It is very, the pan pastels are very, what's the word? Pigmented? They're very, very pigmented. And so I'm trying to avoid that. That's a little better. All right. Okay. And then I'm going to take this. I'm going to take pink, if the pink will. Sometimes I have to like scratch it. And do some pink for the mouth. All right. And then I'm going to take that red again, or the blush. I get some blush up here. On the sides of the face. The temples. And it follows all the way up here. If you know how to do makeup, you know how to paint a Barbie. That's yeah. I'm gonna put some on her chin. Okay. And now I've got to figure out what color are her eyes going to be. Let's see. I don't have, well, I do have a light blue. Here, let's do it this way. Let's do it. Let's do this blue. That blue. Let's get rid of this blue. Let's do this blue. All right, so we do light blues first. Always use the light colors first. And we're going to do that down here at the bottom. which probably will end up not even mattering because more than likely what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to use uh, my acrylics, which I just realized I don't have my blues over here. They're over in the corner back there. But that's okay, I can go and get them. Alright. Alright. Then we're going to use this blue. This blue is probably going to be a little more pigmented. Prismacolor is usually good with their pigment. I'm going to run it along the line. Alright. And then our darker blue. We're going to use our darker blue to outline because it'll just turn out that much nicer. Do that around the pupil and along the top. Let me get blue again. Actually, let me get this blue again. See if this blue will be a bit better. It didn't really color over here. Yeah, I don't really like that, so let's do this blue. It'll color it a bit better. Alright. I'm missing one. Where on earth is that? I look like I'm missing a Prismacolor. I probably am. I'm gonna toss her over there. Weird. I'm probably sitting on it or something. Anyway, alright, and then I'm just gonna do a little bit of like magenta. I think magenta might look nice. I'm going to do that along her eye line. Just a little bit. All right. Now that I've got that, I'm going to do black before I spray again. All right. And then the side. Like you gotta be careful when you're doing your eyeliner and your eyelashes. I'm gonna do her lower eyeliner. And then her pupils. Here, fix that a little bit. Oh, Stadler. Wrong one. Wrong black. Let's use this black. Okay. And use this blue. Okay. Do this. Right. Okay, so she's ready for another layer of Mr. Super Clear, but we're gonna work on the other face, the other head. Let's see, got pink, really pink. It's this gray, I think. Nope, lighter pink. Well, why didn't I just use that? Ugh. All right. blue. Like a yellow. I think this is gray. Purple. What's this one? Ow. Even darker gray. Okay. Alright, I think I know what I'm doing. Alright. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my X-Acto, move that out of the way. It's really hard to get any of this out. Let's try this. Do that, and then where's my pink? My really pink. My damn pink. See how bright that is? So dark. Alright. Gonna do a little more of this. Ah! Yarn from other project. Alright. So I'm gonna take this and this one. Alright. Get a little bit more. Oh. Do that, and do that. And then we're going to take this and lighten it a bit, because that's kind of strong. That's a little too strong. Mm-hmm. This is turning out really pink, though. I might have made a mistake. Okay. No. Where is it? There it is. All right, we're gonna do her lip. Can do them really soft as much as we can. This is so easy to like overdo with this pink. So I'm trying to be really careful about how much. Because I want it to look a little more natural. I have to go a little bit darker. A little bit more on that bottom lip. Okay. Huh. She has like a split in her lip. That's okay though. Alright. I mean, I don't think I did it with my X-Acto blade, so which we're going to put up. Okay. So we're gonna do like we did before. Take this one. I'm gonna use this peat. Kind of do the contouring. Kind of lightish. It's a bit lighter. Actually, it's a lot lighter. Man, that's really coming out there. Get one of these. Okay. And then we have a pink. Nope, that's yellow. Oh, that's right. Close. No, not that one. And we might do the brown. Just does not want to close. There we go. Oh, that's the light pink. We want the semi-light pink, and that's this one. All right. Actually, yeah, I think I'm going to use the brown. It's not wanting to close. There we go. I'm going to use this one. Very, very little. All right. Do this along here. Yeah, I haven't done my outlining yet, but that's okay. We're trying something different. Okay. Now we're gonna do the outline. Do her eyebrows. Come on. Okay. Now I need to use this brown again. I liked this brown. Or actually, let's do this one. Do some terracotta. Where's my? There it is. Gonna sharpen. Not sharp enough. Almost. There we go. Let me move my leg. My leg's like freaking out. I get spasms, so it's like ow. Okay. We're just gonna do the eyes with this one. With this color. Look about even. Leg? Really? Quit. Alright. Here we go. Eyebrows are always hard. Okay. Her eyes look about even. Alright, let's do that white. She also has teeth. That's probably gonna have to be paint though. A nose. Alright. Get rid of some of that pink. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some purple. I'm going to line her eye with purple. All right. Here. And then I'm going to take that peach. I'm going to lighten this a bit. Okay. And then I'm going to do some of that gray, that French gray. And let me get a clean one of these. Oh. All right, then I'm going to take the white and get more highlight. I'm going to highlight her nose, the bridge of her nose, a little. Gonna get the tip of her nose, just a little cute little tip of her nose. That sun is in my way, I can't see. All right. Then I'm gonna get up here. Right here. Since we have some purple there. And then we're gonna get highlight up here. And up here. Okay. And then I'm going to get underneath the eye. I'm going to really get that. All right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get that darker, almost like an orangey, that orangey color. I think it's this one. Yep. Or not orangey, it's more red, isn't it? Very little. Very, very little. I'm going to get insides of her eyes. All right. And then I don't know what color I want to do with her. With her color, her eyes. I might do another blue. Blue's always a nice color to do, and it might will look like work really well uh, with her hair. Let's do a bit of a purple. Why don't we do that? All right, lightest color first, and that's this blue. All right. Then we have a different blue. I kind of really like this blue. It's more like it's like a turquoise almost. It's peacock blue, it looks like, according to the thing. Peacock blue is actually one of my favorites to work with when I'm coloring. Such a nice color. All right. All right. And then that purple. That's not bad. Let me see if I can get it. Okay. I think I'm gonna work with the black again. Let's do this black. This one seems to be sharper. These will end up being thicker when I paint. Alright. Inside. Okay. Now we're gonna spray again. Because we got them pretty much where I want them at. So now don't come back in. Alright. We're gonna leave them at that. Now, those other ones I was working on. What did I do with her? Is this the only one? Oh no, I threw her over there. What the heck? Ugh. She looks like she, really messed up. with some of with the lipstick here. She looks like she just ate lipstick. But since I had sprayed, now is when I go for colors. And I realized that I did not do any color for her eyes. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna gather up all of the stuff from sharpening my pencils. And we are gonna take that and put that in one of these. So that I can use my plate. All right. And we'll toss that out later. Sorry, I keep on hearing a noise. I think I know what it is, but it keeps on weirding me out. All right. So what we need at the moment, what I have, I should say, is I have acrylics. I have both, Kale art, and I have Citadel. Citadel is some of the greatest, um, model, uh, model stuff. And I have, hopefully they aren't all dried out. I don't think they are. Ooh, almost though. Jeez. Let's shake it up a little. All right. Since this is the lightest one. All right. First, actually, we're going to work with white. This is Liquitex. It's some of the best stuff. I'm going to put it to the side right here just a little bit. And then what we're going to do is we are going to take this stuff, and this is slow dry medium. I'm going to take that. I'm going to add a few little drops. And then I'm going to open up my water. And then I'm going to do this. And we're going to mix up the slow dry medium with the white. All right. And then some of it, if you want, you can add a little bit of water so it thins it out a little. All right. So we need little ones, teeny tiny brushes. This is one of them. I have a lot of teeny tiny brushes. They're all great. I love them. The best ones that I have not that one. I mean, that's a good one. It's just not one that I'm looking for. Um, ah, the best ones I have is the army painters. There's insane detail, and then there's one called the Psycho. I do not have a Psycho yet. I have to. I mean, I do, but I don't. I need to get a new one. So yeah. Um, I also have a tiny spotter. A 10 over 0. This is a 20 over 0 spotter. It's all really, really tiny. But we need little ones, a little bit, for the eyes. So I'm going to use my little 20 spotter. Mm. Actually, we're going to use the 10 over. It's my smaller. And this is where it gets very meticulous, especially if you want it to look really good. Uh-oh. Darn it. I got a glob of water. That's okay. We can fix it. This one's just a practice head, remember? And if she turns out looking good, then hey, all the better. It just means that I'm getting better at it. This one I have to keep on using the water and clearing it out. Yes, this one actually is a single hairbrush. It is so tiny. Let me see. Painting eyebrows, yeah. That's where it is with Barbies too. I mean, I've done miniatures before. I've done larger dolls. I have Asian ball jointed dolls. And I have obviously miniatures. I have a 3D printer, so we get to print our own, and those are always fun to paint. But yes, this is it's like a single brush, like a single hair, and it is so tiny, and it's hard to make sure you have it. Like, you have to have a really still hand, and my hands are actually very foobarred. I have a lot of bone issues and joint issues. So it's like I have to really be really careful. But yeah, it's like a very single hairbrush, tiny, tiny brush. And eyelashes. Eyelashes and eyebrows are the bane of my existence. But it's like you have to keep on like rinsing it, or else it's just gonna dry up on that one single tiny little hair. I don't always like using this slow dry medium. It's kind of like it feels like it gums it up sometimes, but it keeps it, to where I can blend. But it feels very gummy, and I don't always like that. The bracing method, yes. I'm kind of doing that now. I'm using my knee as like that's how I'm holding it. And so it's like, yeah. Yep, it's like you almost have to. And I hate it when like one eye turns out better than the other. And it happens all the time. One eye is always better than the other. I'm actually going to do this. All right. Come on. It's hard to like get their eyes like centered. You'd think that'd be easy to do, but mm-mm. And so sometimes it looks like they're like looking this way. With a very fine yeah. See, it's like it oh no. I freaked it out. Let's see if it'll focus. Come on. There we go. Nope, I almost had it. Come on, focus. Focus. It's not gonna focus. But it's you can kind of get an idea. But But yeah, I mean, I've been doing Barbies for a couple of years actually, but like I don't do them very often. So this is something very new. Uh, Me trying to get used to it. All right. So I think we're gonna do a brown color. So I think I'm gonna do this for her eyes. I use my Citadels. Let me see. Actually, I'm gonna use my other brush for this one because I can do a little bit more. There we go. I can be a bit more free with this. Now, getting the pupil to like be round. Oh yeah, no, I have spilled null oil. Um, yeah, no, I don't really mess with the null oil that much anymore because I spilled it once. It was pretty weird. Right now I've got Bugman's let's see. Bugman's Glow is the one I'm on right now, which is like a brown. And then it's so smooth. It's such a good, you know, it's a good paint. All right. Let that dry a little bit. But what we're going to do is we're going to do it quickly. And this is Mornfang Brown. No, I haven't used. I need to go to our local games. Well, it's not a games workshop, but it's where I can get all the army painter and the Citadel stuff. But our local game store, and I need to see the new stuff that they've got. And there's a bunch that I don't that I need to get new ones of. So, like my golds, a lot of my golds have kind of dried up. All right. That's not bad. I might take the Bugman's Glow again and kind of blend it a bit. All right. So we've got the brown eyes. That's good. And then I've got Rhinox hide, which I'm going to use as. Uh-oh. Oh. get some paint. Came out the back. Squeezed out the back. I love the paint. The cases aren't that great, though. Oh no. That's gonna be a pain in the butt to open up later. That's okay. Toss that over there. Uh, Alclad. I'll have to check those out. I have, oh God, I can't remember the name of the gold, but it's a really brilliant gold. It's really pretty. Um, and it's the most brilliant gold paint that I have found yet. A lot of the times, like the silvers and stuff like that, they're kind of meh, you know. They leave much to be desired. But there we go. But these ones are just, I don't know. I don't know what it is with it. It's perfect. And here's my one. My one. Uh, it's like I can't see if I'm in there. Yep, there we go. Uh-oh. That could have been bad. That could have been real bad. Maybe? I can't remember. I threw out the thing. I know I'll see if I see it, I'll know exactly which one it is. But I can't remember which one. It's been a while since I've gotten one, so oh, that almost dried too much. There we go. Ooh, that's a lot. This is becoming a tragedy. All right, let's try this again. That's working. I just know it's like it was a really brilliant gold, and if it separated, it was almost like a green. Uh, that you would mix with the gold. So it's like, yeah, I can see where the brilliantness came from. Brilliantness, yeah, I'm a genius. Oh, that could be. Here we go. Let's get a pupil going in here. I can't see. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Now let's see if I can do the other eye just as good. I'm not gonna hold my breath though. The biggest thing about doing it is practicing. Yeah, not bad. All right, and let's get that pupil. Right. That was pretty good. And then I was gonna take that Bugman's Glow again. And do like one of those swoopy lines. Just to give it a little more depth. Swoopy line. Honestly, this is more practice than anything because I really don't like how this chick's lips are. I think they turned out terribly. Oh no, I might have just effed things up. Yep. Well, that was a tragedy. Let's see if I can fix it this way. Yep, I messed that up. That's okay. Just means we open this up again. You just open it up again and do this again. Which I can fix that later too. Getting the reflections in. It's not bad. Could be better, but it's not bad. All right. So then I am going to take this lamp black. I'm going to get a little bit, not much, just a little bit. And then I'm going to thin it just a tiny bit. That way it runs a bit better. And then we're going to get tiny brush again. It's always gonna be tiny brush. There we go. All right. This is the hard part. Eyelashes. Eyelashes are really impossible. Because if one side turns out well, which that just did, the other side's gonna look freaking terrible. Maybe I can change that. Oh, one of her hairs got in the way. Ah. Okay, that wasn't that bad. I've done worse. I've done a whole lot worse before. Alright. Then we're gonna do eyeliner now. Like, please don't mess up. She looks kind of like Ariana Grande. You know, just she's got that look to her. All right, let me get some of this white back. Okay. Okay. All right, not bad. All right. Bottom. Oh, that might be too much. Now that the sun's not in my eyes, it's a little bit easier. Alright, she's not bad. Not too bad. I'll just keep on getting better. Alright, let's do some reflections. Alright. Alright. Do the bottom again first. I hate it when one side is so much better than the other. Darn it! Like, never gonna escape that. Yep, one side looks so much better than the other. Which I've got to fix that. Gotta fix it by messing up the good side. Figures. This a little thicker. Figures. That's okay though. It's all a learning process. That's what it comes down to. All a learning process. And then let's do a couple little dots here. Then at the top here. All right. And then we're going to reopen up this one. Should have snagged it when I had the chance. All right. Let's work on this eyebrow. Yeah, that's not bad. That was not a bad eyebrow. Other side's gonna be terrible now. All right. This way. Mm. Okay, never mind. This one's better than the other one. All right. Well, let's get our two out from the dark or the encroaching dark. Encroaching, enroaching, and whatever it is. Ugh. From outside. All right. These aren't bad. Okay. Then I'm going to take my gloss, make it go flying, apparently. Put a little bit of gloss there. And then take this one. All right. I'm going to put gloss over the eyes. And on the eyelid. Again, over the eyes. And once along on the eyelid. And then, of course, the lip. We're gonna really coat it on the lips. Yeah, it's not too bad. She could be better, but we're gonna let her dry. Here, let's take Pinky. Let her dry right here. We'll take Pinky. Alright, so Pinky. I need this again. Oh. There we go. And I need the white again. So we're gonna need to get a little more white. Okay. This one we're gonna try and do our best around the eye because I don't want to paint the eye. The eye is already a good color. And I don't want to mess that up. Not bad. Ah, crap. I might have messed that up. Ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot. Oof. Yeah, I screwed that one up. Here, let's try and see if we can fix this. Come on. Alright, that's not that bad. I fixed that. I pulled it out of my butt. Here, try this again. On this side. Okay, that worked. It's almost like I need to do the other side too. Let me see. It's about as good as I'm getting it. Okay. Now we get to do lines again. My paint's already drying. That's the problem. Yeah, let's do this. Get some more. And then let's get some of this slow dry. There. Maybe that won't dry so quickly. Okay. Oh, I totally effed that up. It's okay. We're gonna work with it. We're gonna give her an extreme cat eye. Just watch. This is going to be one that I'm going to repaint eventually. Now, let's see if I can do it, though. Can match it or not. You think I'd be better at this one doing my own eyeliner? Nope. Son of a bitch. Your eyes don't even match. Hard. Yeah, they don't even match. Whatever. Whatever. Give her some pupils. Well, and up here. Here too. Ah. Okay. Do a tiny bit of liner here. And another one on this side. And then we're going to do mark here. And a mark here. And a little bit there. A little bit up here. All right, then we're gonna do a pupil. Get some white. White's starting to dry. So I can get some teeth. Bad. Oh. All right, and then we are going to take this one. Let me see. Okay. All right. And then I'm gonna see if I can do it this way. Not bad. All right, we'll let that dry. Let's see your base. If it'll frickin'. There we go. Hey, not bad. My toe keeps on. Stop it. All right, so then we're gonna take. Do we still have gloss? Nope, gotta get more. Gonna do some gloss on the lip. All right, and then gloss on the eyes and eyelid. Oh, almost forgot. Reflections. They make a big difference. Maybe not so much on this one, but eh. All right, and let's see. Let her dry a bit. Let me see how long I've been going. About 3 hours. Okay. I could do a bit. I could do one more. We've got this one right here. This one I'm hoping I do really well on, because I really, really, really like her little, like, tooth. I like her little tooth space. It's so cute. Okay. Okay, she's really cute. I love her already. You didn't expect to like this one. Alright. You know what? Let not use black this time. Let's use some raw umber. It's virtually black, but it's brown. Alright. And then drop. Where is it? There we go. Alright, and I'm going to get a little bit more white. Because this one's kind of starting to dry up. Kind of getting a little gummy. No. Too much white. Oh shit. No! It's like blowing up. It's too much white. So I'm gonna have to do this. Because otherwise, I'm not gonna be able to open it later. Alright. Let's try. Yeah. Let's add some water to this. Alright. Let's try this again then. That is true. Brown can be very much like black. And raw umber is very much one of those browns. I'm really hoping I don't mess this one up. I messed the other two up at some point. I really don't want this one to get messed up. I really like this one. So I'm going to be very careful. I'm going to be extremely careful. Okay, she's like really, really cute, I have to say. She's super, super cute. Alright. Okay. I think I've got maybe just a little more. Okay, now we get to this part. Wait, I have not done right this whole night. We're trying. Keep holding my breath too. I think I'm gonna pass out just by, you know, painting. So far, so good. I don't need to jinx myself, though. Nope, that could have been bad. One side's good. And then I'm going to get a little pupil. This is going to use the pupil, the spotter. Much better. All right, now the nerve-wracking part again. Oh, geez. I just like stuck it like all the way in. Whoop. Okay. It's so nerve-wracking. It's It's like I'm so close to done. And it's like I don't want to mess it up. Oh my god. Whew. Okay. Oof. All right. Do a little bit of white if I can get. There we go. Oof. That worked. All right. And we're gonna get our little pupil done. All right. All right. We're gonna do this for the eyebrows. All right. fix a little area right here. All right, and then we need our daughter again. That. And then the tiny one again. Teeny tiny spot. Okay, she's super cute. And I think what I'm going to end up doing, I'm going to end up rerouting her, which means I'm going to put new colors. That's true. I don't have any paint thinner though. But that's mostly because I work in acrylic, so even when I'm painting like full out uh uh like paintings on canvas, I'm using acrylic. So, but we got, what is that? 3? I got 3 done today. That's not bad. 3 done in like 3-4 hours. But yeah, let's see if I can get. I think she is super super cute. Let's see if it'll focus. Look at how cute she is. She's really cute. I'm really liking her. All right. So now I just need to do uh my my glazing, which I need to put more. I love gloss. I don't know why this is not focusing now. There we go. Uh I love gloss varnish. I have to say. It is one of my favorite things to use. It just adds so much to things, like to lips. It adds so much depth to it, and I love it. I love gloss varnish. All right, do that, and then eyes. And then on the eyelid too. Just adding it to the eyelid, just mm. It's a little tiny detail, but it works. Nope, not semi-gloss. I want it as glossy as it can get. That's the shinier the better. I love it. Uh-oh. I'll fix that. Let me just get this first. My one of my little reflections came off a little bit. There we go. She's so cute. Ah, did not mean to drop that in the water, like, completely. Well, yay. I have so many more heads that I can do. Yeah, I have never seen it again, but there is it was a super sculpey gloss, uh, and I used to use it all the time, and I absolutely loved using it. And I can't find it anywhere else. Like, it's crazy. I can't find it. I don't know what happened to it or if they even make it anymore, but one of these days I'm sure I'll find it again. Ah, she's so cute. I can't get over how cute she is. Ugh. And now as for these ones, let's see, I've got bodies. It's like I took her off of the body thinking that I was going to put her on it. And that might not happen. Because I have two of them. Ugh. These are, they're called made to move bodies. And so they're like super, you know, articulated. And I love them. Uh, but I mean, I guess she might be able to go on this one too. Yeah. But she's gonna have to go back on the body that I took her off of. Which is fine. I mean, I don't mind doing it. But it's a pain in the butt. But, you know, I think I did pretty good. Whew. Alright, let's take out all these pins. Let's take it off of my Mariah Carey. She looks like Mariah Carey. Yeah, the freaking head sockets on these things, they will rip through the vinyl if you don't do it right. I've done it a number of times. Um, but what you end up doing, what I end up doing, I should say, is I take a big thing of water and I put it in the microwave for about 2.5 minutes. I could do 3 as well, but it, once it gets to like almost boiling, and then I end up sticking the heads. I boil heads basically, and that's how you get it, soft enough to where you can like kind of squish it to where you can get it around the socket. But oh man, it's a pain. Feels so bad like sticking things in here. Yeah, I'm afraid to use the hair dryer. I've got heat guns and everything, and I have melted things with the hair dryer before. Um, she don't look too bad. She looks like she's got like almost an undercut. You know what she looks like? She looks like Callisto in Xena. Xena Warrior Princess, the character. Yes, yes! Doesn't she? Let's see if it'll do it. She looks like Callisto. Yeah, no, she doesn't look as crazy, but she looks like Callisto to me, especially with the blonde hair. But nah, she doesn't look that bad. She was just a practice head. And then I'll take this one out. I'll have to restyle her hair later, but I might totally redo her eyes. at another point in time, though. Not tonight. I'm here sticking things in here like a... the crazy eyes. There we go. She has such pretty hair. I love it. It's so pretty. That's partially why I wanted, for this one to turn out well. Her hair looks good too. After boiling it, because the hair will you know boil along with it. Uh, and then you keep it. I kept it in a braid so that when I took it off, yeah, she'll look cute. Let me see if I can put her on. Come on. It's so easy to take you off. All right, there's one part. Go in. There we go. There. Don't look that bad. Oh, it's Callisto. From Xena is Callisto. Khaleesi is with a Khlesse. Is Game of Thrones. Daenerys. Not Daenerys. Yeah, yeah, Daenerys. I like her. Yay. All right. So that her like major eyeliner doesn't look that bad now. But she's the cutest one out of the ones that I've done. Which I can't put her on her head yet unless I'm, you know, I've got to reroute her first. That's a whole freaking process. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, which will I'm hoping we get to see in the next season. I'm excited. The next season looks great. They are. I'm excited with how that's going. I mean, she don't look that bad. Not at least not with the blonde hair. I've got some really cute, like, it's almost like a reddish blonde. So I might end up doing that instead of keeping with this cuz it's a thrift store Barbie. I got him at the thrift store, so, you know. Ugh. But she'll look really cute. She's so adorable. I love her. I love the little space of teeth and oh, it's adorable. Yeah, it's a little darker than strawberry blonde, but oh come on, wake up. Uh it's a little yeah, it's a little darker, but it's relatively a strawberry blonde, yeah. I also have like an ash blonde too. Um and then I found uh some dreadlocks. Uh, so I've got a couple of black Barbies that I'm gonna probably work with that and do some natural hair on them. I think it'd look cute. So I gotta figure out what head I'm gonna. Yeah. She's so cute. I can't get over it. Not the one I expected to turn out really well. But I'm learning. I'm getting there. I'm excited about that. So, and she'll need some clothes. I got clothes. I just need to dress them up in them. But yay. That's exciting. This one, I think I'm just going to tie her hair back for now. This one's been cut in the back, so more than likely this one will end up, oh geez. I'll end up rerouting her too. I've never rerouted a whole head yet. I started on one Monster High doll. I don't know why this is not focusing. Maybe I'm just moving too much. But yeah, I've only started to reroute one Monster High doll and I never finished it. So it'll be interesting. But yeah, this one's been cut already, so I'm probably just gonna have to redo it. Do another reroute. And then let's see. I've got these two. Ugh. Ugh. I have her, which I'm gonna have to probably cut all down here. I don't know why I just can't get it. I've boiled it and everything like that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and use what they call uh the the fabric softener trick and see if it'll loosen up the fibers, but I don't think it's gonna. I think this is one I'm gonna have to cut, which sucks because her hair's so pretty. It's such a pretty color. Yeah, the wig relaxer stuff, which I mean, they'll the uh the fabric softener actually works pretty well. And then I've got this one, which is her hair dry yet? Nope, it's not dry yet. So I can't take them out of the braids yet. But I've got a whole plethora of them. I have fun doing it. So but anyway, well that should be about it for tonight. I've been at it for a while. My back's kind of killing me. Um but yeah, I'll probably do more of these once I get more of the dolls together and everything. There are like these giant bugs like coming up against the door because I have the two lights going. And all I hear is the chunk 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 in my ear. Ugh. But yeah. So, thanks for joining me, Angelus. I had fun. I had fun and yeah. I'll probably do this more often too. It was just a bunch of stuff. You know what I really want to do? I want to give them piercings. I might end up doing that tonight. I don't know if I'm going to give her one. Her, I'm going to definitely give a piercing. Maybe a septum. Maybe a septum. I don't know. Eyebrow. Do an eyebrow ring. I'll figure it out. Yeah, I saw him yesterday, and I'll see him again on Monday. So I will definitely I'll definitely let him know. But yeah, I just realized she doesn't have a pinky. That's something I'm gonna have to fix. Well, not fix. I might just like give her a stubby pinky. Stubby pinky. It adds character. But yeah. But I had fun. Thanks for joining me. And then yeah. So I don't know when my next one will be. I always keep on holding out for like Saturday or something. Um, yeah, she could be posh Barbie. Yeah, either that or part of the Yakuza. Uh, yeah, nah, it looks good. It still looks all right. So I think she looks great. I'm excited. She's very Harajuku. All right. Well, you have a great night, and I'll see you later. Bye.